What's up, Geoheads? Ready for some US geography trivia? Subscribe for new Quizzy Trivia videos every Monday and Thursday. Let's get topographical. What percentage of the US population lives east of the Mississippi River? About 60%. Which US state was the last to join the Union? It was Hawaii. Which US state has the motto "Live free or die"? New Hampshire. Which US Great Lake is the largest by surface area? Lake Superior is 31,700 square miles. What four states make up the Four Corners? Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona. What is the lowest point of elevation in the U.S.? Death Valley, California. It's also really hot there. Speaking of California, what is the capital? Sacramento. How many coasts are there in the U.S.? Three: east, west, and the Gulf Coast. Which U.S. state has the highest average elevation? Colorado at 6,800 foot. What lake in Florida can be seen from space? Lake Okeechobee. What line separates eastward and westward water flow in the U.S.? The Continental Divide. Which U.S. state is known as the Beehive State? Buzz buzz. It's Utah. What is the only U.S. state with a one-syllable name? Maine. What mountain holds the U.S. record for wind highest speed? Hold on to your hat. Mount Washington in New Hampshire at 231 miles per hour. What state has the lowest population? Wyoming, 587,618. Which U.S. state grows the most corn? The heart of the Corn Belt, Iowa. Which U.S. state touches both the Great Lakes and the Atlantic Ocean? New York. What is the smallest U.S. state by area? Rhode Island at 1,033 square miles. What is the capital of Oregon? Salem. What is the largest swamp in the U.S.? Everglades. Watch for gators. Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Tar Heel State? North Carolina. Which U.S. state has a panhandle that touches 8 other states? Oklahoma. Which U.S. state has the city of Fargo? North Dakota. Which U.S. state has the lowest population density? Alaska, with only 1.3 people per square mile. What is the capital of Massachusetts? Boston. What city's slogan is, "We make, the world takes"? Trenton, New Jersey. What is the largest island in the continental United States? Long Island, New York, at 1,401 square miles. What is the tallest mountain in the U.S.? Denali, formerly Mount McKinley. Which U.S. state is home to Mount Rushmore? South Dakota. Which desert covers much of Nevada? The Great Basin Desert. Which U.S. city has the busiest airport by passenger traffic? Atlanta, Georgia. What is the most densely populated state? New Jersey, with 1,263 people per square mile. Which U.S. state is home to the Great Salt Lake? Utah. What U.S. state is Mount St. Helens located in? Washington State. What capital city is exactly 5,280 feet above sea level? The Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. Which U.S. river forms much of the border between Texas and Mexico? The Rio Grande. Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Beaver State? Oregon. Which U.S. state has the most tornadoes per year? The heart of Tornado Alley, Texas. What is the oldest mountain range in the United States? The Appalachian Mountains. Which U.S. state has the lowest average annual rainfall? Nevada. Which U.S. state has the most national parks? California. What is the flattest U.S. state? Florida. Which river is the longest in the United States? Missouri River at 2,341 miles. Which U.S. state has the most active volcanoes? Alaska. What is the highest capital city in the United States? Santa Fe, New Mexico. Which U.S. river is the deepest? Hudson River, New York at 203 feet. Which U.S. state's official nickname is the Volunteer State? Tennessee. What state is known as the Land of Enchantment? New Mexico. Which U.S. state is known as the Land of 10,000 Lakes? Minnesota. Which U.S. state is Grand Canyon in? Arizona. Were you all over the map? Hopefully not, but either way I hope you enjoyed the quiz. If you did, give it a like, comment your favorite geography or state facts, and hit subscribe to see more Quizzy Trivia videos every week. See you next time.